Welcome back to Panero's Mind, people. Hope everybody's been blessed. Today I want to talk about a couple of things. I'd like to talk about the universes. These people in the news are saying they found this star, and it's the furthest star away and things like that. And they put it in the news like it's a big thing. What are you gonna do about it? At the end of the day, yeah, it's a big thing. But they put all this money into doing this research. They get all this money, all this taxpayers' money to do this research. Okay, so you found a star, thanks. Thanks. We're talking about there's millions of universes around, and we've done this project to find this universe and that universe, when at the end of the day you can't even deal with what's going on down here. So it just makes me laugh. And if there is other beings elsewhere, what makes you think they're gonna let you go there and do what you've done here? It's a joke. That theory that they're gonna run off to another planet, let's just say, that's some evil stuff, man. That's some evil shit. There's people out there that believe that when certain things happen there, the government's gonna run off, the elite's gonna run off to another planet and stuff like that. I don't really see that happening. I don't even really see them getting out of the fishbowl, but hence why you never really see no footage outside of the fishbowl. But they're always finding these new universes, the new galaxies, and I really don't know what good that is to us, especially when they're talking about billions and trillions of stars time away. Like, how the hell did you find that? These people, man. These people can literally, if you think about what they show us, these people can literally edit their own pictures of a star that they said that they found and just put it up in the news and say, yeah, we found this star, give it a name. And it's ridiculous, man. Yeah, universes and universes, Just something I just want to put out to the people. But I'm sure you people don't get too excited when you see stuff like that anyway. There's so much going on down here, You're not really into that, what's going on in the sky. Some of you, we know who we're talking about. But so I want to talk about another thing. I just wanted to get that out there because I've been seeing it all week, post about it and stuff. Okay, trillions of light years away. Thanks. Okay, what's next? Why you not keep talking about these stars and galaxies that are a trillion miles away and you don't even landed on Saturn yet, on them so-called planets that you said, You ain't even landed on Venus or Mars or anything like that. And people say they've landed on Mars, but I don't believe them. They say that shit so they can get their funding, But so yeah, hey people, I have to say this, right? We have to be kind of patient, when it comes to certain people that haven't got the knowledge, And not even just people that haven't got the knowledge. We have to be patient when it comes to people that are from a different type of way of life than you. Even though we're on the same planet, but there's people that think differently. Everyone's got a different type of learning, timing, Some people pick it up quick. Some people pick up things slow. And even your way of life, you could be showing someone something and they're just not getting it. It's kind of hard when you're in that position. And I'm not talking about just feeding someone knowledge. I'm talking about when they're just trying to tell someone something for their own good. I'm seeing it's kind of difficult to get to certain people. And like I said, it's because you're both from different walks of life. The way you might deal with things would be different to how the next person would deal with things. And I'm definitely not talking about knowledge. I'm just talking about it in general. I've never been one to force feed knowledge down people's throat. Once I kind of be around somebody and I notice that they're not really into it, I don't really directly talk to them about it. They can hear me talking to someone else about it. If anything catches, anything captivates them, then they'll come to me and they'll ask me more questions, innit? So it's not about that. I'm not talking about just the noise, I'm talking about in general. You're gonna be around people that, you know, try and give them the best advice you can give them, you know, or they might even look at you and think, wow, how you used to be, you know, and use that as an excuse, because you know some people, they got like really manipulative minds, you know, like you be trying to help them, they be trying to like spin that shit back on you, you know, you know what I'm saying? So we have to really be patient, you know, and don't just look at them like they're weirdos or they're dumb. And it's not nice as well to call people names, you know. We've all done it, you know, we've all done it, and because like, listen, at the end of the day, I always say, what I don't know, you know, what you don't know, I know. You know what I'm saying? And we've all got a different experience of life, you know, so we have to be patient. There's a lot of people out here that's been through things that you wouldn't believe, you know. So, and I've had people around them before to give them, you know, a word of advice and things like that, and the same people that's done it has crossed them. When you go around different people, it's like, for me, because like I was raised a certain way, and I move a bit different from other people, and I've got like a few people around me that move like me, you know. Obviously we don't all think the same, we don't share the same brains, but like, you know, been around each other for a long time, so we kind of move the same way, like. But when I go around other people, sometimes it can be like you're going around another universe. Do you understand what I'm saying to you, like, on the thing of like, have you ever been to someone's house before, someone that you know, and it was just so different the way they do things in there? It's like another universe. You understand what I'm saying? Imagine it, you go into a Chinese man's house, yeah? The way their house is going to be laid out, the language they speak in the house, the food that they eat is going to be completely different from where I'm from, like Jamaican household. It's like you're actually going into another universe. But not only is the food different, not only is the decor different, and the language, the way of thinking is completely different. Okay, that's an example. Imagine, let me give you another example. Going to prison or a jailhouse or whatever you want to call it. Getting locked up. That's like another universe, which is more closer to the streets, obviously. You know, but it's still like another universe. When you go in there, different bedding, different decor setup, different types of people in it. Because when you go, you have to understand something for people, and when you go to prison, you're going to be around people, depending on who you are, you know what I'm saying, but you're going to be around people that you would not be sitting around. You know what I'm saying? And you're probably thinking, what does he mean by that? Oh, you used to be a criminal, so what does he mean by that? Why would you be around people? Listen, there's a lot of crackheads in prison. There's a lot of them. Imagine the amount of people that, you know, they want to supply themselves with their food, what they need. Sometimes, you know, they go and shoplift and all them type of things, and they're still out here. There's crackheads out here as well that, you know, do stick-up moves and all types of stuff. They do all types of different stuff. There's different levels of crackheads too. There's some crackheads that with the shit, you know what I'm saying? And then there's some crackheads that smell like shit. You know what I'm saying? So that might have been a bit too deep, but it just is what it is. You know what I mean? So you will be in jail with there'll be people walking past you, you know what I mean? They might even come and ask you for some swapsies or whatever, or they might have a link. They might come and ask you because they will need a link. Like, these people are going to be around you in there, you know what I mean? Walking past you when you get your food. And I'm not talking like they're aliens and they're not humans. I'm just saying, you've been taken out of the way you move, unless you do move with crackheads, but it's like another universe. You feel me? It's like, for example, if I go to another country with a completely different tradition than what I'm used to, it's like going to another universe. You know what I mean? That's the way I look at it. And sometimes when you go around people and you know, and especially if they didn't grow up with you, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna feel like you're in another universe. and it's, you know, hopefully you can adapt to it. You know, I've been raised to adapt to all different types of races from an early age. And it's just something to think about. You have to be patient. You're stepping into different universes when you go around certain people. I hear a lot of stories all the time of people not getting on with each other, and it's usually because, you know, everyone's just got a different way of thinking, and the problem is like people need to respect that. You understand what I'm saying? It's all good, you know, saying that you love someone, or all good saying, yeah, that's my brethren, or, you know, but you're not respecting each other, you know, the way you lot think, you know what I mean? Certain things you're just gonna have to go separate ways on, you know, but it's really not worth it, working yourself up or going back to your yard thinking, oh, damn, man, like pissed off and that, because everyone's from different universes, you know what I mean? And this is probably goes further, goes deeper. There's a lot of people that are into that star stuff. I'm not really into it. You know, the tribe thing and that, where the tribes are from and star system and all that. I'm not really into it, but there's some people that are into it. When I mean I'm not into it, I don't really have knowledge of that stuff, you know what I mean? The only knowledge of that stuff that I've got is that, you know, the fallen angels are the ones that taught it to the people. That's the knowledge I've got. So yeah, like I said, like different keys to different doors, man. Like, go outside and look on your estate, or look where you live, your block. If you live in a, you know, a house away from everything, good for you, you know what I mean? Bless you. But go outside and just look, and then you know your neighbours. Look around and just think about how many different universes there are, all the different doors. When you open that door, it's like you go into a different universe. You open the door, everyone's house on this road probably smells different. You know? Still something to think about, but you have to be patient with the people, man. Don't just, you see what it is, like, don't just go locking off people, you know, just because, you know, because I'm gonna keep it real, like, today is a lot of promotion from certain shows, and you know, that if someone is really doing bad, you shouldn't be around them, and you know, if they're not smart enough, you should move, or you are who your friends are. See, the problem with that now is there's people out here that are not going to get the help that they need. They're not going to get the information they need to proceed with whatever they might want to do, even if they don't do it, like, you know what I'm saying? So I don't think like that. I'm not one of them guys that sits there like, oh, if you're not on stuff, I can't even talk to you. You know what I mean? I'm not saying you can come out with me. I'm not saying that you can go to drink. I don't go out to drinks with anybody, you know. There's specific people that I roll with. I don't go out with anybody, you know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, and I'm sure I'm not the only person that's like that. We don't live in the day and time where, you know, you can just roll out with anybody. It's just not that. So I'm not that trusty. Yeah. I roll out with you, a quarter of me is in your hands, you know what I mean? A quarter of my life is in your hands, you know? But yeah, so, like I'm saying, people, like, you have to be patient with the people, man, and everyone will change in their own time. Everyone will listen in their own time. Sometimes people will have to feel before they change, but that's just life, and that's just the way it is. You know, so it's a little something I wanted to talk about. These universes. Blessings to everybody, but mostly, you know, all blessings, you know, they go to the Most High. You understand what I'm saying to you? And that's just what it is. Alright? And these days will come. We pray for it every day. But pray for your friends, them too. You know, the friends that need it, pray for them. You know, don't walk around with hate. Don't falling out with people over foolishness, man. It's not worth it. everyone's on that thing of, oh yeah, can't be around me if you're not doing it. But how are the other people then gonna, like, how are they gonna come up if everyone thinks like that? Listen, a lot of people think they can run this place. Ask yourself that sometimes. Could you be I'm not into that shit like being no king and all that. But ask yourself, what type of person are you? You know what I mean? Sometimes ask yourself this. If you was given a job to run a piece of land, like, could you run England? Would you have the heart to run England? Like when I mean by heart, like, have you got everyone's in your best interest? Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Will you be able to put people in position to help everybody that needs the help, not just taking? Ask yourself if you're that type of person, you know what I mean? And if you're not that type of person, then it's peak. It's peak. Because when you get to a certain stage, you think about things like that. Because that's what really this channel is about, right? It's about helping the people. I'm giving you lot knowledge that is obviously coming out new, and knowledge that I've known for a long time. You know, YouTube, they're playing with my channel, as always. So I'm doing this for you lot, and so yeah, we have to start working on this patience stuff. And don't think you guys are off the hook either, yeah? You see me do the video for the ladies, yeah? Man's got a couple videos for you as well. So don't think you are getting off the hook, because it's not happening. It's not happening. But anyway, like, share, subscribe, people. Peace.